to use Microsoft Planner the right way, full guide. Now, most people use task managers, but they still feel quite unorganized. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you're going to be able to use the Microsoft Planner the correct way. So you can actually stay on top of your work instead of constantly feeling behind yourself. So by the end of this video, you are going to know how to set up your planner, organize your tasks properly, manage your projects, and use it like an absolute system, not just a to do list. Now, whether you're working solo or you're in a team, this will change how you will stay organized. Now, let's keep it pretty simple. What is Microsoft Planner and when are you going to use it? Now, Microsoft Planner is a task and project management tool inside the Microsoft ecosystem. It helps you organize tasks visually using boards, lists, and progress tracking, as you can clearly see. But here is the key. Planner is not just for writing your everyday tasks. It's for managing proper workflows. If you're just listing random things to do, you are using it absolutely wrong. Planner will work best when you structure tasks into system and stages. So basically, over here, we're not creating something that acts as a to-do list or something that acts as an errand tracker. We're creating a proper automated system that's not only going to allow us to go ahead and tick off the tasks that we've done, but it's also going to allow us to run a proper schedule tracker. That's going to allow us to not only work as for ourselves, but work as a proper company. Track everything, not just your work and tasks, but your analytics, your insights, and all the other whatnots. Okay. So, what you're going to do is, first of all, you're going to come over to the Microsoft Planner website. Okay. You can find it on Microsoft's very own portal. And once we're here, what you're going to do is you're going to see all of this. Okay, Microsoft Planner, manage all your work in a single intelligent planning solution to stay on track and achieve more. Now, first of all, obviously you're going to want to buy it. Now, if you have the Microsoft 365 suite plan, you're good to go on that end. You don't really need anything else. In that case, it's free for you. In the case you don't have that, as you can see in Microsoft 365, totally free. But in the case we don't have that, don't worry, we have more plans. There's the Planner 1, which is $10 a month. Okay. You can pay it yearly as well. Planner 1 will include tasks, dependencies, premium plan templates, reports, timeline with Gantt view, backlogs and sprints, people management, and project goals. Then we have Planner and Project Plan 3, which is $30 a month, where you can get everything in Planner 1, including Microsoft 365 Copilot in Planner, advanced dependencies with lead and lag, resource request capabilities, task history, program management and demand management, and Project Online and Project Online Desktop Client. And then finally, the big boy of all these plans is Planner and Project Plan 5, which is $55 a month paid yearly. It includes everything in all of this, including portfolio management and enterprise resource management and allocation. You can go ahead and get a proper descriptive look at this pricing by going on See All Plans and Pricing right here. And it gives you a pretty descriptive outlook on everything, as you can see. And it gives you the proper resources to work on. You can also get them on one-time purchase where you don't really need to ever pay for it again. So if you're a working enterprise, you can pretty much get this. So once we have talked about the plans and gotten a straight structured idea on what it does, you can go ahead and start off for yourself. Okay, so first of all, you're going to want to make sure that the board that you have created or the plan that you've created is obviously dependent on how you want to go with it. All right, so there's different views. Obviously, you're going to start off with the list view. You can move over to a Kanban or board view, but the grid or the list view is the best when it comes to starting off. So go ahead and create some specific plan for yourself. And that specific plan could be working around these different templates that it gives you, like marketing, sales, software development, IT. It depends on different ways of ethics. So obviously we're going to want to go with project management, right? So in project management, you can clearly see that we have all these things working accordingly. It obviously connects you to Microsoft Teams where you can add different people for your projects. In the case you don't have people to add to, you can also create a sole project for yourself. Always do make sure to log in with your Microsoft account. Do not sign in as a guest because that could cause you issues in the future. Because if you save a proper project on your planner, it might lose its integrity once you work on it further on. So, once you connect it properly to your Microsoft Teams, it's going to start setting things up for you. And on project management, the best part is that you can identify all your goals and objectives and the proper project scope, just what you need for a proper planning. So once you create a project, you can name it something like, client projects or something, then decide whether it's for personal use or for a team. Now, that of course depends on you. That depends on how you're going to choose to plan things for yourself. Don't rush the step because your setup determines how organized you're actually going to be later on. It's the sole output on what your planner will be based on. And obviously, once that's done, the features that it will provide you from there are the best parts of it. Okay. You can go ahead and create to do lists, in progress lists, reviews, completed lists. Then, if it's content, it could be ideas, script, editings, planning, published, and a whole lot more. And you can access it all in your Microsoft Teams just as so over here. All right. So here we have project management. We're going to use the specific template. You can call it anything. I'm simply going to keep it on project management. It's going to create the plan for me. And once the plan is done, as you can clearly see, we have the grid view, which is basically the list view, the board view, which is Kanban, schedule, which is the Gantt view, and then there's the chart views. So over here, let's say I'm going to go ahead and add a new task. Let's call it client. All right. Now, once this is created, you can pretty much go ahead. First of all, give it an assignment. I'm going to give it to this person in my board. Then start date, add it to anything. End date, add it to this. So this is the time frame in which I want the work. Then moving on, we have the bucket. Now, the bucket is basically what determines where the work is currently stopped at. Okay, so let's say it's in planning, progress. Let's go with in progress, and priority, we can go with important. Now, this lets your coworkers or the people you're actually working with know what the actual want or need for the plan is, how important it is, or how urgent it is. So, this is something that you can accordingly add for yourself in your table or in your board. And of course, it's going to work like it does with other plans and pricings. So once you get an idea of this and once you get a strong work ethic on how you're going to want to work with this, you can pretty much easily and solely work on other views as well. So let's say here's our Kanban view. You can easily choose the different sections and project based work ethics you want to add it on. And once everything is together, the real power of the planner is not individual tasks, it's the whole system. When tasks move from one bucket to another, you're literally tracking progress visually. This is going to create clarity. Instead of being overwhelmed, you will always know what needs to be done, what is in progress, what is completed, and what's not. That is how you're going to be staying consistent for yourself. So, that is basically how you're going to be using Microsoft Planner for yourself in the easiest way. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, do let me know down in the comments below, and I'm going to be making a whole lot more for you. Till then, that is going to be all from me, and I'm going to be seeing all of you in the very next video. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.